It's one verse from Psalms.
I think we can.
So the verse we're looking at today is Psalm 27, verse 4.
Okay.
And it reads, "One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple."
Mm.
And, I noticed right away that there's a lot of repetition in there. One thing I ask, this only do I seek.
Right.
Like, it's really emphasizing this, like, deep longing or this, like, singular focus.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like the psalmist is just completely fixated on this one idea. And it begs the question, like, what is so special about dwelling in the house of the Lord? What is it about that phrase that's so captivating?
Right. I've always kind of thought about it like, we all want a place where we belong,
Mm-hmm.
a place where we feel safe and grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's part of it, this yearning for that kind of deep connection.
Yeah. I think that's a great point. It's not just about a physical building. It's
Right.
about this idea of being in God's presence,
Right.
cultivating a close relationship with him.
Yeah, and then the verse goes on to say, "To you gaze on the beauty of the Lord."
Mm.
What do you think about when you hear that?
Well, it's interesting because beauty is such a subjective thing.
Right.
We all find different things beautiful,
Right.
like nature, art, music,
Yeah,
even a kind gesture. We see beauty in all sorts of things.
absolutely.
But I think what the psalmist is getting at here is a different kind of beauty, a beauty that's inherent in God's character and his actions.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes me think about those times when you see something that's truly awe-inspiring,
Mm-hmm.
like a breathtaking sunset,
Right.
or somebody does something incredibly selfless,
Yeah.
and you have that sense of wonder, and that connection to something bigger than yourself.
Absolutely. And notice how it's an active thing.
Yeah.
The psalmist isn't just passively observing, he's actively gazing upon this beauty.
Yeah.
It suggests a real intentionality.
Yeah.
A deliberate choice to focus on God's presence and character.
Yeah. And then it kind of comes full circle because it ends by saying to seek him in his temple.
Right.
And that brings us back to that idea of, actively pursuing a relationship with God.
Exactly. It's not a one-time thing.
No.
It's a lifelong journey of drawing closer to God, of seeking his presence in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah, so we've got this idea of dwelling is more than just a place, right?
Mhm.
And this active gazing upon God's beauty
Right.
and this continuous seeking,
Yes.
it really seems like this verse is saying, make your relationship with God a priority.
Absolutely. Make it a constant in your life.
Yeah, in this crazy world that we live in, right?
That's so important.